Here is your step-by-step passive income strategy for Airbnb with $0 out of pocket. The first thing we want to go over is Airbnb considered passive income or active income? The reality is when you're dealing with long-term rentals, those are classified by the IRS as passive income. When you are dealing with short-term rentals, it is classified as active income. So the reality is having a short-term rental or an Airbnb business is not a passive business by classification of the IRS. It does require turnover, right? There's going to be 4 to 8 cleanings per month. So this is an active operation that's going to require a team and a group of people to be able to manage on an ongoing basis. That being said, depending on how your business is operated and structured and systematized, it would determine if this is an active business for you or a passive business for you. In my example, I have a portfolio of 18 short-term rentals, which would definitely be a lot of work and very active if I was managing that portfolio myself. But a few years ago, I decided to delegate to Elevate. I hired an in-house full-time property manager, and now it went from being an active business to a passive business for myself. And the way I was able to take my business from active to passive is by implementing what I learned in E-Myth Revisited. It's a book by Michael E. Gerber. In the book, Michael talks about the 3 levels of entrepreneurship. You have the technician, the manager, and the visionary. When you are a technician, all you care about is what do I do and how do I do it? You are a doer, and a doer. So if you had an Airbnb business and you were operating it as a technician, you would be doing all the cleaning, all the maintenance, and all the communications. You would be so busy working in the business that you would have no time to go and look for your second property. The second level is where you become a manager. So instead of you being the technician, you now delegate to Elevate to the manager and you hire 3 technicians below you. You're the manager, hire someone to do the cleaning, hire someone to do the maintenance, and you hire someone to do the communications. Now you have a little more leverage, a little more scalability. And while your team is cleaning, doing maintenance and communication on that first Airbnb, you can go and start looking for your second property. Now, once you get to a level where you have maybe 5 or 8 or 10 plus Airbnb units, you're going to want to hire an in-house manager. Now you go from the manager to the entrepreneur, also known as the visionary. Now you only communicate with your manager and your manager manages the cleaners, the maintenance crew, and your team who does the communication. This is what truly allows you to work on the business, not in the business. You know, the reason I decided to be more passive with my business is me and my wife get to homeschool our daughters. Now, my wife does all the homeschooling, but of course I am there for support. I love to teach entrepreneurship to my almost 5-year-old. And it's really awesome that I get to work from home and run my business from my phone. As far as anytime there's questions or communicating with my manager, I am able to do all of that from my phone. Again, being passive has allowed me and my family to travel all over the world. Every couple months, we're able to go on vacation. I'm able to be involved, very involved in the lives of my daughters, to be the father that I didn't get to have because my parents were always working. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate as well. You know, when I got into the Airbnb business, of course, I wanted the financial freedom, but there was one thing that I could get from Airbnb hosting that I couldn't get from any other job out there. And that was time freedom. Because in every job, in order for you to be compensated, you need to trade hours for dollars. Whereas when I have an Airbnb, I launch it, I invest money up front, but then I have my team operate it, and having more Airbnbs adds no minutes and no hours to my week because I went from the technician to the manager to the entrepreneur, and now I'm working on the business and not in the business. So if you're somebody that wants to create that time freedom, this can definitely be the opportunity for you. That being said, I have some links down below in the description where you can learn about my Airbnb Academy. I personally have helped over 3,000 students in the last 6+ years in starting their Airbnb empires without owning real estate. Now, there's a couple ways that you can get into the business with $0 out of pocket. One strategy is get a business partner, aka the money partner. You do all the work. You find the property, you verify the numbers on AirDNA, you verify the regulation to make sure you can obtain a permit, and you make sure you're the one that's calling landlords and you sign an agreement with a landlord, a lease agreement, and get everything everything in writing, right? You're the one who launches the property, manages the property. It's a lot of work. We call that sweat equity. And your business partner can bring all the capital and you guys can split the profits 50-50. They bring the money, you do all the work, and then you split the profits 50-50. That would be a way of you bringing in a partner, getting 50% of the profits with $0 out of pocket. Another strategy is you can get a 0% personal credit card or 0% business credit card and use that 0% financing, that loan on the business or personal side to start your business, then take the profits from your Airbnb to pay back that loan. And however long it takes, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 months to pay yourself back, pay the business back for that good debt that you leveraged. But then after that, you would still own the business with zero debt. And now you start cash flowing, but you never had to use any of your money. And there is a third and final way that you could start with no money out of pocket. And I won't break it down in detail here because I have many other videos where I do, but this is utilizing a strategy called co-hosting where you manage other people's Airbnbs and now you get a percentage of all the revenue that comes in. For example, let's say you're managing a property that makes $5,000 a month. And if you're making 20% of the total gross revenue, you would be making $1,000 a month with no expenses out of pocket because at the end of the day, you're in the management business. It is not your property. It is someone else's property. Now imagine if that property was making $10,000 a month and you're making 20%. Now you're making $2,000 a month with $0 out of pocket. Sounds like a great deal to me. Let me know out of those three options, which one is your favorite? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. If you guys want to watch some more in-depth videos on subleasing or co-hosting, make sure you guys check out one of my other videos here on my profile because I do have a ton of other videos. Also follow me on Instagram where I post content every single day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.